Brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Bears and the Jaguars coming up next.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the NFC champions, the Chicago Bears.
Brandon Gordon alongside Charles Davis. Charles, I don't think too many folks around the NFL saw this one coming. This is a Jacksonville team that's had a lot of forgettable seasons, really since their arrival in the league. But now here they are making their first appearance on Super Bowl Sunday.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They were close a few years ago, losing the AFC Championship game in New England. And early in their tenure, they got to an AFC Championship game. But you're right about the number of forgettable seasons. Here they are, one of 4 teams coming into this year. The Browns, the Texans, and the Lions, the other 3, that had never played in a Super Bowl. They've taken care of that now, and now they want to win this one.
Meanwhile, it has been a roller coaster ride in Chicago the last few years. They've been up, they've been down, they've had double doinks, but now the Bears are back looking for what would be just their second Super Bowl title.
Now, we do know that the Bears had plenty of success pre-Super Bowl because they won 8 NFL titles to be exact. But as you just mentioned, looking for their second Super Bowl win, they did have another appearance in the big game. That was one that they lost to Peyton Manning and the Colts in Super Bowl 41. The win prior, Super Bowl 20, a huge blowout against the Patriots.
And this will be a Jaguars first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And he goes out right around the 39. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And you know, I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to. And he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handled winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things. And then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team the best chance.
And this is caught at the 20. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory.
Well, after the standard 2-week layoff, you always wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got a great answer right there and almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field because now they've got to feel like they can use their entire playbook and game plan for this one.
On first down, here's Breida. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Stephon Tuitt came out at Notre Dame as another one of those really tall defensive ends, and you just wonder, would they be able to have the leverage to bend and make plays? I think he just gave us an answer with that tackle.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Off play action, Fields.
He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it 3rd down.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Jeremy Chin picks it off.
And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear? all night, all next week, situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
It's what you call a rookie mistake. And he's got some space here. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
Back to Taylor on first down.
And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber that runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
From just shy of midfield, Locke. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off, because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Locke with a throw, caught by Hamler.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and it passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Locke now on first down. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor.
Not able to go anywhere that time. Second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage, because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw again on second down. Locke.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Here's Locke. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. 4th down.
Harrison Butker in for the field goal. A 42-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good. 3 points, probably not going to win this Super Bowl, but at least you get something on the opening drive.
And it's certainly not going to lose it. So the bottom line is, come away with the points now, come back and get greedy later, and try and put it in the end zone.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
With the score, Bears 3, Jaguars nothing.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Fields now to throw. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Devin Bush, he brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going deep for Brown.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10.
1st and 10, Taylor now. 40 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
To the right side, this is Taylor.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Block working out of the gun. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
Working with a 2nd and 3. Now Fields.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Brian Burns in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall, and they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And out of bounds. Where will they spot it? At the 35-yard line. So great field position coming up. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. Oh, he bowls over it. 14 yards and a Chicago first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Taylor. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple, down to the 19.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Locke eluding the pressure right. And he's got it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush.
They'll look to run with Taylor. And he will fight his way in. Not giving up there, and he's got a Bears touchdown. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl, and a long one at that. And the Bears will extend their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead grows to 10-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up first and under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And what a great call defensively there, because they decided to bring pressure off the corner. And a lot of times, those big linemen, they can't account for the speed of a defensive back. And that time, he made a beeline right for the quarterback and got him. The cat blitz, tough to defend.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Fields. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon.
14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
A 14-yard gain. It's fourth down.
They snap it to Fields.
Flush to his right. And he goes out right around the 39. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
1st and 10 here. And, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And some space here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
On first down, Fields.
Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Second and 10. Play action. It's Fields.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
To throw is Fields. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn.
And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And with decent starting field position, they're maybe only a couple completions away from field goal range.
After the turnover, here's Locke.
Open man Hamler, that's complete.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. A final shot before half for Locke. Flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
So these two teams will head to the locker room as we hit halftime in Super Bowl 56. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now because the first half certainly went their way. And I would expect them to continue with that type of a game plan. But you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter, couldn't hold on. So plenty can still happen.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor.
Bulldozes past him. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
79 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
At the 24-yard line.
On 2nd and very short, Locke.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. Hatch it. Check, check. Look.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Throwing on first down is Locke. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and it's a second down.
At the Jaguars' 14-yard line.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
24 is the mark. Ready? Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Hey, we got 3 down. 24 is the mark.
To throw it is Locke. Eluding the pressure right. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
Harrison Butker on for the field goal. A 30-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good, and that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Fields. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. It's Devin White, the linebacker. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Slam, slam, slam.
Again, it'll be Taylor. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. They'll try and run. Taylor. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Jonathan Taylor, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bears are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. One quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Now a first down throw, Fields.
And he whips that one incomplete there. He was looking for Matt Breida out of the backfield, and that'll bring up second down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Fields. This one complete to Tunyon underneath.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard.
Back to throw, Fields.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, but it'll be second down.
Again, Fields.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Flush to his right.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
And that is caught at the 10-yard line.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away, and frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Hayden Hurst there to make the grab.
And the Bears are moving closer to their 2nd Super Bowl title in franchise history. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And their Super Bowl hopes are dwindling here in the 4th. That AFC crown from 2 weeks ago starting to seem like a distant memory. And this one just has not gone as they had hoped.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
48 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Here's Breida. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
16 more on that one and another first down.
Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled him with the inside run.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and
my goodness, another interception. It's Devin White, the linebacker, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
At the 41-yard line.
Second down, another run with Taylor.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 16 yards is the pickup there on a first down for Chicago.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Locke. They're going right back to Hamler. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done, because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, first and 10. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off?
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Brian Burns bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
And that's his 3rd sack, and that ties a Super Bowl record. Makes me think of my old college teammate, Reggie White. He had 3 with the Green Bay Packers in Super Bowl 31. Darnell Dockett of Arizona, Super Bowl 43. And Coney Ealy, 3 sacks for the Panthers against Denver in Super Bowl 50.
All those sacks, they've only been an official record since Super Bowl 17. I know it's believed that L.C. Greenwood unofficially had 4 way back in Super Bowl 10.
Wearing those golden high tops as well.
It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
And the Chicago Bears have etched their name in NFL history. They are your Super Bowl champions. And when this moment comes, I think you look back.